Hey everybody, Shoebox Legends here. Thanks for joining me today for the latest installment in kind of the ongoing saga with some of my Xander Bogaerts autographed rookie cards here. So this has been a developing thing where, kind of as the season wore on and really for the last year or more, Red Sox fans have known that this guy was going to end up leaving. I don't think new management, really seriously entertained signing him, and it was kind of a foregone conclusion. So been a Xander collector for about 10 years, just in case this is your first one of these that you've seen, and amassed a pretty good collection of the man, especially in his early days with the club, where, the hobby wasn't what it is today and he wasn't the name that he is today. And while I want to keep most of that collection, I have been letting a couple of things go just based around some of the hype here after his signing with the Padres and him joining that kind of super team with Juan Soto and Manny Machado and even Fernando Tatis Jr. Over on the West Coast. So I had 3 of these autographs that you see in front of you. The blue, which is numbered out of 199. The black here, which is numbered out of 100. And then the sepia, which was numbered out of 75. And in a previous video, I covered the sale of that sepia autograph. Did end up letting that one go, and then got enough money in return that I was able to get a playing era Jackie Robinson graded card, his 56 Topps issue, his final card from Topps. So just, really amazed at how that turned out. And I was so pleased by it that I did make the decision to go ahead and sell this black refractor autograph as well, numbered out of 100. And I'm going to keep just the blue. The black is the rarer of the two, being, serial numbered to 100, whereas the blue is 199. But this is a case where I just like the look of the blue better. I think it's kind of a nicer match for the Red Sox team colors. And mostly, as you can see in the background of the black, the black effect really washes out the entire background. And some people may like that, but I kind of like with the blue here, how you see the whole dugout and you really get that refractive quality. So I'm going to hang on to the blue. This will be the one of the 3 that I keep in my collection. But I have actually listed this black on eBay and sold it within about a day, and actually was sold to the same person who bought the sepia. So this guy is heading off now. Just wanted to record this quickly on video here before heading over to the post office to send this to the authenticator. And then, as I did the last time around with the Jackie Robinson, through the magic of modern video editing on my iPhone, we will just be right back in a moment, and I will show you in real time here the card that I got back with the proceeds for that black Xander. So sit tight, and we're going to check out a nice vintage white whale here that I landed with those funds. All right, we are back here, and the Topps Chrome Black Refractor Bogaerts Auto is out the door. A few weeks later, we're into the early part of 2023 here, and this is the last man standing as far as my 2014 Topps Chrome Bogaerts Refractor Auto collection that I had. Just a quick recap, did sell the sepia refractor, about a 56 Jackie that we talked about at the beginning of this video, and now the black is gone as well. Past authentication is with the buyer, who, as I said, was the same buyer as the sepia. And I finally have the card in hand that I picked up with the funds. I'm even more excited about this one than I was about the Jackie Robinson. Let's just get right to it. Check it out. Got the 1951 Bowman Ted Williams. And a PSA 2. Look at that card. Man. This will absolutely be in the running and will bump its way into my top 100 cards shown on YouTube countdown when I redo that, which I'm planning to do at 1,000 episodes. I'm probably going to try to keep it to a minimum here. I'm sort of speechless staring at this card, even now having had it a week or two. Just a card that when I was a kid I would never dream that I could actually obtain and have in my collection. Absolutely gorgeous. Let me take it out of it. It's in this authenticator bag with the tamper-proof seal that, as happens with every single one of these that I've seen, is easily tampered with. So, I mean, you could take any card in there and reseal that. So I think that's kind of defeats the purpose of the tamper-proof seal. So, but I'm not the first person to make that point. So let's not complain. Let's just look at the beautiful card. Look at the back. No paper loss, no wax stains or anything. You can read the entire summary of Ted's career to date. This is, of course, the 51 Bowman release, the middle release of what I consider my 3 favorite sets from them, 50 through 52. And just a gorgeous shot of Ted. This is actually the same image that appears, I believe, on his 50 Bowman, but obviously an elongated version of that. And then you get the name box like you get on 51s. He was not included in 52 or 53 Bowman. So this was his last Bowman card for some time. And I just love it. I mean, these, I say it every time I show these off, but every one of these is like vintage cardboard baseball art. Like, that is just a glorious photo. You know, Ted doing what he does best, taking a giant cut, staring off to the horizon. I mean, this guy, you know, I can't do him justice on video like a lot of collectors could, but, you know, being a Red Sox fan growing up, he was and has been to this day probably the best player ever to play for my favorite franchise, certainly offensively. Last guy to hit 400, 500 home run club, you know, first ballot Hall of Famer, arguably the best hitter of all time. He's certainly in the mix. Just absolutely fantastic. And, you know, when I found this card, I fell in love with it. And it's actually really the primary reason that I let the Black Bogaerts go and listed it, is because I specifically wanted to get this card. Actually made enough money off that Xander to have even a little bit left beyond this, and picked up a nice soccer slab with the remainder. But that's a story for another day. Today, I really just wanted to focus on this gorgeous Ted Williams. The front looks nice as well. I'll tilt it, you know, in the light here so you can see, but no creasing anywhere on the card, no holes in the card, no paper loss. The image is generally very clean. And of course, if you know me, you'll know that what drew me to this one was the amazing centering. So this is, you know, I sound like a broken record, but this is exactly what I shoot for when it comes to graded Hall of Famers. Nice low number with the 2 that made it so I could actually purchase this card. But I mean, this card has like the centering of like an 8. Obviously, it has soft corners, which is probably why it got the 2. That's really the only thing wrong with it. But I've heard others say this about Bowman as well, and other like undersized, smaller cards like this. As long as the corners are uniformly round, it really doesn't bother me. And I think, you know, everything else that this card has going for it, bright color, good centering, strong, clean image. The registration is good. You do sometimes see like a blurriness or the registration kind of being off with these cards a little bit. So couldn't be happier. It's a version that I will never need to upgrade, and a card that I will always be so proud to have in my collection. And, you know, just an example and a reminder to myself of why I want to keep up with churning over some of the collection and making some sales. Because as was the case with the Jackie card, you know, as much as I loved that black version of the Xander auto that I got rid of, it pales in comparison to this Ted Williams. I mean, to me, you know, everybody's different with their collection. Some people like modern more than vintage. But to me, this card is like a dream card. And being able to pick that up and acquire it and generating the funds for it solely based on cards that I was already in possession of, that I wasn't really appreciating so much, was really eye-opening to me. So this is something that I will be doing more of in 2023, and I'll probably put together some more videos like this of kind of before and after what I sold and what I did with the funds, because I think they're kind of fun. So that's a wrap for now. I'm going to go back to just staring and drooling at this Teddy Ballgame. But I certainly appreciate you stopping by to check out my second big Xander flip. And as always, I'll be back in the very near future with some more sports card content. Until then, take care and enjoy the hobby, everybody.